get ready to uncover the machine that redefined farming. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible legacy of the John Deere Waterloo tractor. The Waterloo Boy, 1918 to 1923, a revolutionary tractor in agricultural history. The Waterloo Boy tractor, produced from 1918 to 1923, played a significant role in revolutionizing agriculture and paving the way for modern mechanized farming. Manufactured by Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company and later acquired by John Deere, the Waterloo Boy became one of the earliest successful gasoline-powered tractors. Its introduction marked a shift from horse-drawn farming to mechanized agriculture, making farming more efficient and less labor-intensive. This video explores the history, engine specifications, transmission system, power output, and typical uses of the Waterloo Boy, highlighting its impact on early 20th century farming. History of the Waterloo Boy, 1918 to 1923. The origins of the Waterloo Boy trace back to the Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company, which was established in 1893 in Waterloo, Iowa. The company initially focused on producing stationary gasoline engines for farm use. However, as the demand for mechanized farming equipment grew, they shifted their focus to tractor production. In 1914, the company introduced its first successful tractor, the Waterloo Boy Model R, which was designed to provide reliable power to farmers transitioning from horse-drawn equipment. The Model R set the foundation for the Waterloo Boy Model N, which became the most famous version of the tractor. The Model N, introduced in 1917, quickly gained popularity due to its durability, simple design, and affordability. John Deere, recognizing the potential of the Waterloo Boy, acquired the Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company in 1918. This acquisition marked John Deere's entry into the tractor market, setting the stage for the company to become one of the most influential agricultural machinery manufacturers in the world. Under John Deere's ownership, the Waterloo Boy continued production until 1923, when it was eventually replaced by the more advanced John Deere Model D. The Waterloo Boy was widely adopted by farmers across the United States and beyond, proving to be a reliable workhorse during the early years of mechanized farming. Its affordability and efficiency made it an attractive alternative to traditional horse-drawn farming methods. Engine specifications. The Waterloo Boy Model N was powered by a two-cylinder horizontal engine that ran on kerosene or gasoline. Kerosene was a preferred fuel choice due to its lower cost compared to gasoline, making it an economical option for farmers. The engine had a 4.5-inch bore and 6.5-inch stroke, providing a simple yet effective powertrain for agricultural use. One of the defining features of the Waterloo Boy's engine was its thermal-siphon cooling system, which allowed coolant to circulate naturally without a water pump. This design reduced mechanical complexity and improved reliability, making the tractor easier to maintain in rural areas where repair services were limited. Starting the engine required manual effort. The tractor had a hand crank ignition system, which required operators to turn the crank by hand to start the engine. While this method could be physically demanding, it was a standard feature in early tractors before the introduction of electric starters. Additionally, the engine featured low-speed operation, which allowed it to produce steady and consistent power, ideal for plowing fields and other heavy-duty farm tasks. The simplicity of the engine's design meant fewer moving parts, reducing the likelihood of breakdowns and making repairs easier for farmers. Transmission and drive system. The Waterloo Boy used a two-speed transmission, allowing farmers to select between different speeds based on the task at hand. The gear system was designed to be simple and durable, minimizing the risk of mechanical failure. The tractor employed a chain drive system, which transferred power from the engine to the rear wheels. This system was more efficient and easier to maintain compared to early gear-driven tractors. Chain drives were particularly effective for delivering torque to large steel-rimmed wheels, which provided traction in soft or uneven terrain. Steering was accomplished using a manual steering mechanism, which required significant physical effort, especially when operating on rough ground. Despite this, the Waterloo Boy's handling was considered manageable compared to other tractors of the era. The rear wheels were large and spoked, designed to provide maximum traction in plowed fields, while the front wheels were significantly smaller. This traditional tractor design helped distribute weight effectively and ensured stability on different types of terrain. Power output and performance. The Waterloo Boy Model N had a rated power output of 12 horsepower at the drawbar and 25 horsepower at the belt pulley. This made it one of the most powerful tractors of its time, capable of handling various farm tasks with ease. The drawbar power was crucial for plowing fields, pulling harrows, and towing farm wagons, while the belt pulley power was used for stationary operations such as powering threshing machines, feed grinders, and sawmills. The belt pulley allowed farmers to utilize the tractor's engine for more than just field work, increasing its overall versatility. Despite its modest power output compared to modern tractors, the Waterloo Boy was a significant improvement over horse-drawn equipment. It could work for longer hours without fatigue and could handle larger implements, allowing farmers to cultivate more land in less time. Typical uses of the Waterloo Boy. The Waterloo Boy was primarily used for plowing, harrowing, and tilling fields, replacing teams of horses and reducing the manual labor required for these tasks. Its ability to pull multiple bottom plows allowed farmers to increase productivity significantly. In addition to fieldwork, the Waterloo Boy was commonly used for belt-driven applications. Many farmers connected the tractor's belt pulley to stationary equipment such as threshing machines, grain mills, and water pumps, expanding its usefulness beyond fieldwork. This versatility made it an essential tool for farmers who needed a reliable power source for various operations. The tractor also played a role in transportation, as it could be used to haul farm wagons loaded with crops, feed, or supplies. This reduced reliance on horse-drawn carts and sped up the process of moving goods around the farm. During its years of production, the Waterloo Boy was particularly valuable for small to medium-sized farms, where efficiency and affordability were top priorities. Its relatively simple design meant that farmers could perform basic maintenance and repairs themselves, making it a practical choice for rural areas with limited access to professional mechanics. Impact and legacy of the Waterloo Boy. The Waterloo Boy's success demonstrated the growing demand for mechanized farming equipment, influencing the future of tractor design. Its acquisition by John Deere in 1918 marked a turning point for the company as it officially entered the tractor manufacturing industry. The John Deere Model D, introduced in 1923, was a direct successor to the Waterloo Boy and incorporated many design improvements based on its predecessor's performance. The Model D became one of the most successful tractors of its time, solidifying John Deere's reputation as a leading agricultural machinery manufacturer. Today, the Waterloo Boy is considered a historic and collectible tractor, with restored models displayed in museums and tractor shows. Enthusiasts and historians recognize it as one of the pioneering machines that helped transition agriculture from horse-powered to mechanized farming. Conclusion: the Waterloo Boy, 1918 to 1923, was a groundbreaking tractor that played a crucial role in the mechanization of agriculture. Its simple yet effective design, reliable two-cylinder engine, durable transmission system, and versatile power output made it a valuable asset to farmers of the early 20th century. By reducing manual labor and increasing efficiency, the Waterloo Boy helped pave the way for modern farming practices. With its acquisition by John Deere, the Waterloo Boy laid the foundation for a legacy of tractor innovation that continues to this day. Its impact on agricultural history remains significant, as it represents the transition from horse-drawn farming to mechanized efficiency. The Waterloo Boy was more than just a tractor. It was a symbol of progress and a stepping stone toward the modern agricultural machinery that fuels today's farming industry. Thank you for watching this video. Please help support us by clicking like and subscribe. Please visit the links in the description. This also helps support this channel and allow us to come out with more videos.